Hi, I'm Glenn McGinnis, host of Outburst on the Cable Public Affairs channel. Lately, we, like many people, have been doing things differently. We've been talking to Canadians across the country via Zoom about the COVID-19 pandemic and the issues surrounding it. We posed this question to Canadians. Have our governments provided enough financial support during the pandemic?
Long term, there's still a lot of questions as to how sustainable this is going to be, how we're paying for this at the end of the day, and how long that we're going to be able to go on for. So still a lot of questions. I think they're doing what they can right now. Some people that work a well-paying job that are only receiving $2,000 a month on a CERB, I think it's going to be difficult for them to get through long term. I think short term they'll be fine, but long term there's going to be questions. So I think they're doing what they can, but now I think it's, that's when we need to start thinking long term at this point.
I'm really glad that governments have stepped up to offer the supports they have, but we mustn't allow, this crisis to be, we must go further is the short answer. The CERB, we shouldn't forget students. There are 2.1 million post-secondary students in Canada, many of which are not covered by the CERB, employment insurance or other programs. And similarly at a provincial level, provincial governments could take a step further in terms of what's within their jurisdiction, such as putting in rent freezes, looking at mental health supports or injecting funding into, healthcare, post-secondary and so on. I think we need to have immediate action on this.
The federal government has done a good job. I think they've gotten money out to people that need financial assistance. The only concern that I would have is that the criteria for the CERB seems a little bit vague, and that I think there might be some people that get caught having to repay that amount. I know that it's very easy to access, and people in desperate times are taking that benefit and might not know that they're going to get taxed on it and going to have to return it. So that would be my only apprehension in that regard.
One thing I will commend the government is on taking swift action in getting the CERB started. I've also helped out friends and family apply for it, and one positive is how accessible the application has been. And how the funding is being received in such a short period of time. So that makes me hopeful that the government really does have our best interests at heart. But with that being said, I still am critical of what is being done for young people, because I still feel like as there are gaps, young people are being forgotten about and their economic well-being is at risk.
There's going to be people fall through the cracks. And if those people don't let it be known, then they've fallen through the cracks. They're not going to get no help. They're going to have to scream loud and be heard. And the government's going to have to listen for that little quiet person, quiet little group of people that got excluded somewhere along the way. And it's going to be hard for the government to do that. And it's going to be hard for the people to do that, to be heard too. Maybe through the MPs is the only way it can be done properly.
As for the federal benefit, the servers were a little bit better, but again, still, I applied for EI pretty early on, and my application is still being processed. So I think it's been slow going, especially for the people that need the money the most.